Okay, today I got you out here with the 1992 Geo Metro convertible, and the problem is the inside door handle, the mounting points that it mounts to the door have cracked off, and it just kind of floats back and forth and doesn't activate the door. It just pivots instead, door or lock. So let's show you what's going on here. So here's what I got going on. Won't work that, and it won't really work that. It's just moving the door handle. It's not actually moving the actuator rod. You'd have to hold it tight for it to even lock the door. So it's about useless as is. Let's dig into this. So on any door, there's usually something tied into the structure near the handle where you pull, and it's pulling on the door, not on the rubber parts. So we could see here there's three caps there which have screws underneath them that go into the door. Then we'll have to take the crank handle off, and then it usually lifts up and off once we pop all the clips, and I'll show you how to do that. We'll do it one step at a time. Good simple DIY project for somebody, minimal tools required. Here we go. Now if you care about your car more than I, they have these plastic pry tools that'll probably be a little more gentle on the plastics and such. Me, I don't mind if I get a few scratches. This car is never going to be in any shows. Three of those, and inside there is a number 2 or number 3 Phillips screw. Got an extension on there. It's pretty deep in there, not too bad. Come right out. Gotta get the right angle. There it is. Alright. This one up here, I can't remember if we gotta take this one off or if that was a false. Yeah, that's a false thing. That's for some other car. No, I just lost that clip because it went flying. Okay, let's take the door card off next. Alright, next is to get this off. There's a little clip behind there on the shaft of this thing. And there's a perfect tool that's basically, if you can picture something like this, but about twice as wide. And you go back in here and you just slip it right out of there. Well, because it's a tool you use very rarely, I cannot find mine. So I'm going to try this small engine valve spring compressor and keeper grabber and see if I can grab that hook off of there, or that little clip, somehow like this. And if not, I'll possibly have to look for the tool. It's not that tough of a clip. If I get a hold of it, I should be able to just knock it out of its little channel, happy channel there. There we go. Got it. Dropped it in my cup here. Here's the clip I was after. I did malform it a little bit, but we'll get it right back in there. So basically, just to show you what we're dealing with, there's two grooves, one there and one there. This thing if I can keep my fingers out of the way, this thing slips into those grooves and just retains it. So I just got to bend this back a little bit, and then all you do is push it on, and it'll pop out of the way, grab on, and close back up after it gets in that groove there. So not a major deal. Just take it, bend it back with your fingers, put it back in here, and it just went flying. Be right back. So here's our new one. This is just an aftermarket replacement. Get them on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. I just bought one for both sides because I needed one before. And so you have a clip here for one rod. You have a clip, you can see the white clip inside there for the other rod. And other than that, it's got these two hook looking pieces. So we're going to put it on the door like that and bolt it in. Not too hard. I'm going to just start by getting the screw out, getting the broken plastic out of the way. There's the piece that broke off the last one. Alright, I got you zoomed in there pretty tight. Just to show you how the clips are done. I'm going to show you the one that you can see, and then I'll get the other one off camera. But basically, you take them and you pivot the plastic out of the way. It's clipped over the thing. So you're taking it and you're moving it up out of the way. Now you can lift the rod straight toward the camera. Approximately. There we go. And then it will come out. It goes down and then the clip goes on. Do that times 2. Just remember which one you got from where. Alright, now we have to get this thing to go into this. There's one clip that's going to go there, one there. Put it on, back about 1/8 of an inch, and drive our screw. Let me get the screw ready. Alright, here we go. Get her lined up. Drop my screw. Move it back about 1/8 of an inch. And then you should see the bolt hole line up now. Which it is. Make sure it activates as it should. You can feel the detent, lock and unlock, and the other part. Good. Now, when I took my door card off, most of these clips stayed in the door instead of came out, so that'll be about useless holding the thing. So I'm going to pull all these out, get them put back in the door card, and then I can put the whole thing back the way it should be. Without, you know, that'll eliminate some rattles and things like that. So I'll just show you how those go in. Simple. Here's what they look like if you're not familiar. Just a piece of plastic. It's got a little bit of spring action on it. Just put them in and slide them to the side. Now some of these, the holes have been kind of ripped out. So unless you wanted to put some silicone there and just kind of smush them in there. This one's been wet, so it's all, we can see water damage here. So it's not perfect. Yeah, that's all spongy right now, as a matter of fact. So those ones probably aren't going to hold anyway, but that's probably why they ripped out. So we'll put them back in there and just hope for the best. So now just how it came off, we're going to get you squared up there a little bit. Just how it came off, we're going to hang it from the top first and then try to aim for some of those holes. But we've got to get this top piece hung on the door. I'm just trying to look how much centering distance is around here to look for the front to the back. And we're lined up. Got the first one in already. You can see one there. There. Just get as many as you can back in the holes. So you can kind of check also that this is pretty centered. We can see our screw holes from there, so we know we're good front to back. We already knew that, but we're just verifying. Let's put our trim piece back on the thing here. Everything fits nicely. This is just a piece so you don't mess up the just a seal or whatever. And again, this thing, there's a certain clocking you want to do on this. You don't want it facing your back where your knee is going to be, maybe, or yourself. When the window's up, you want it facing away from you. So I'm going to put the window all the way up. I'm going to just put it on there lightly, not popping it on yet. Put it all the way up. And then you want this to be facing away from the user. Just gives you the most comfort. And then you just basically drive it in. That's it. That's all it is. And then we'll put our handle back on. Not on it. I'm beside it. Grab my bit. I went right beside it into the rubber. Yeah. Went beside it again. Maybe if I stop doing the same thing more than once, I'd learn something. Nice. And then these, on this car, have a little notch which tells you which side is up, because they are not symmetrical. They are on an angle. It's just a matter of pushing them in. There we go. We got ourselves a working door handle and lock. And I could do it with one hand instead of have to hold it. I hereby declare that interior door lock Wildwood certified.